सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणि नमोस्तुते। Hari Om to all. Today in this session we will try to think about one very important topic in spiritual life, or rather the most important topic in spiritual life, that is, what is spiritual life. Okay, people often speak about this is spirituality, this is not spirituality. If I ask you also, just think and tell me, what do you think is spirituality? What do you think? If this is there, then that is spirituality. What do you think is that? Life with morality. Okay. One by one, one by one. Discipline and way of life. Knowing ourselves. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. Okay. Sarvatma bhava. That is spiritual life. Okay. Shraddha is spiritual life. Huh? Relationship with the Supreme. Huh? Okay. Now, think about it. If I am moral, then that is moral life. Correct? I cannot say that is spiritual life. If I am disciplined, then that is disciplined life. For example, a cricketer is also disciplined about that person's career, but that doesn't make him spiritual. Think, if I do prayer at home and call it as spiritual, what I do outside the prayer is also important, isn't it? Just because I am doing prayer doesn't make me spiritual. Just because I go to temple, put gandha, tilak, chandan, that doesn't make me spiritual, isn't it? What maximum it can do, you may look spiritual. Nowadays that is very important. You see, whole social media is filled with people who look very spiritual. But we can't say that this particular action if I do, then I am called spiritual or I am leading a spiritual life. Some of you said knowing the self is spiritual. But isn't knowing the self one event? One moment? But then what am I doing now? Am I knowing the self right now? Maybe I may not be. So what is this? See, in Sanskrit, spiritual or spirituality, okay, there are words. So Adhyatma means what? Spirituality. And Adhyatmika, a person who is spiritual. So Adhyatma means what? Adhi. Adhi means that which pertains to, that which is concerned with. Atma means self. So Adhyatma means that which is pertaining to myself. Everything is pertaining to myself only. Isn't it? See, whatever other people may have opinion about, but we are the hero and heroines of our own life. That is the fact, isn't it? The whole world, according to us, is revolving around me. I am the central character. So, if you look at it, everything is about me. But there is a small problem. What? When I face a certain situation, do I feel that it is because of something outside, or do I feel that it is because of something inside? Example, suppose I am sad. Veji, you don't have to suppose that. I am sad. Most of the times I am sad only. Now, when I am sad, how do I react to that sorrow? Do I say I am sad because this person said like this? This person called me idiot. Therefore, I am sad. If you think like that, then you are idiot. If you are going to say that I am sad because this happened, because that happened, Veji, it is so hot. My dear, you have come to Kerala in May. Okay. What do you expect? It is going to be hot. Correct? But is your sorrow because of that heat, or because you don't want to accept that heat? See? Is it because somebody called me idiot, stupid, mad, or is it because I did not like what they called me? There is a difference. So, though everything is related to me, in every situation, do I look at myself or do I look at the world? When I am in problem, do I look at the world saying that who is going to solve the problem? Or do I look inside saying, how can I solve the problem? That is the point which can decide whether I am spiritual or not. Adhyatma, spirituality means what? That which is pertaining to myself. Means, if there is a problem, if there is a challenge, if there is a sorrow, I turn within to find out where is the problem. And then I turn within to find out what can be the solution. For both, I will turn within. So, a spiritual person is the one who tries to find the problem within and solution also within. Who tries to find the challenge within and therefore the answer of that challenge also within. And therefore, no action can be called as spiritual. What is the motive, attitude, what is the understanding behind that action? That will decide whether you are spiritual or not. I may go to temple, but I may not go to temple for spiritual reasons. Different people have different reasons to go, isn't it? We all have gone through that phase. Very simple. When we are young, the girl is going to temple. I like that girl, and therefore I go to temple. Now, will you call me spiritual? See, you will not. I go to temple, what do I see? Different people have different things to see. Somebody goes there and says that, oh, this is nice. This is a temple where there are no shops outside the temple. If I open a shop, I will make a lot of money. Now, why am I going to temple? For business. Business idea. Now, will you call me spiritual? So, my point is, no action can be called as spiritual or non-spiritual. The point is, what is your view behind that action? Why are you doing that action? Now, when we say, I am spiritual, Adhyatma, I am following spirituality, what is the ultimate goal of that spirituality? Loudly. Peace. Okay. To understand ourselves. Okay. Ultimate knowledge of what? Don't say ultimate knowledge of the world. Then it won't be spirituality. Correct? So, ultimate goal of spirituality is to know oneself. Because again it is Adhyatma pertaining to myself. You see? Now, in order to reach that, whatever I do, if it is in line with my goal, then it will become spiritual action. If my goal is one, action is in some other direction, then I can't say that that is for the goal. I am doing it for something else. So, if my goal is to know myself, then all my actions should be in line with that goal. Are you following? Now, what do you mean by knowing oneself? Don't you know yourself? Anybody here who doesn't know yourself, please raise your hand. You all know yourself. Then what is this knowing oneself? Ayyo. So there is another, some other self is there that I need to know. Please enlighten me. What do you mean by that? Beyond the body, mind, intellect. Okay. One that powers the whole mechanism. Okay. Identity with the Atman. Okay. Very heavy terms. You people are Vedantic people. Pure self. Okay. Somebody was saying it. Who am I? That's what I am asking. Don't you know? See, suppose somebody, if I ask you, who are you? Will you tell or no? That is Vyavaharika. The general understanding. Okay. And so there is something else also? One by one. What is it? God realization. Okay. Now you have brought another interesting character into discussion, that is God. Oh my gods. Our higher self. So there is lower self and higher self. Okay. Okay. Fine. So self is that energy? Divine self. There is a non-divine self and divine self also. Very good. To know the purpose of life. Okay. Now let us see one by one. Question is very simple. Are you hungry? Now only I am asking. Very simple. Don't expect every time that I will ask very high quality. On Vyavaharika level, I am not asking. I am asking simple question. Are you hungry? One who is hungry will search for food. Correct? Though one who is not hungry doesn't want food. When will that person want food? When hunger will come. Very good. Do you want to know the self? What does that mean? But that also means that you don't have the self. Then how can you want to know? How do you know? See, first thing I will tell you. If you are going to give me scriptural answers, it won't work because it is not coming from my experience. See, question is, how do we know we have ignorance? How do you know? Question. If you know what is fullness and if you are not experiencing it, then you can say that I am not experiencing fullness because I know what is fullness. Do you know what is fullness? Then how can you say you don't have it? Correct. So the point is, I am not happy. Therefore, I want to search for happiness. Outside or inside, that is a different question. But at present moment, I don't have something. I want that thing. Therefore, the search starts. Annakshetra I will go to when I don't have food and I want food. Correct? In the same way, I am not happy. So, I don't have happiness at the moment. And then I say I want to be happy. Therefore, the search will start for happiness. Correct? So the search is not starting from, there are two kinds of selves, lower self and highest. No. Search is starting from a very basic thing. I am not happy. I want to be happy. How can I be happy? So I will do what will make me happy. Now, everything that I do to make me happy, can I call it spiritual? No. Why? What did we call as definition of spirituality? That which is pertaining to myself. So, if I am saying that I will be happy when I will have phone, mobile, then I am not talking about spiritual life, I am talking about worldly life. Why? Because I think that that happiness which I want, I will get by getting something of the world. When I will have house, then I will be happy. When I will have good food, then I will be happy. My own car, my own wife, children, parent. The moment I say that my happiness is dependent on them and therefore having it will make me happy, then I am a worldly person. Why? Because to get happiness, I am going to the world. You understand? We have all been there. We have all done that. Correct? We have all ran behind. Okay, let me change. We all are running behind. Why should I say past tense? No? Present tense also. We all are running behind things in the world, saying that if I get this, then I will be happy. If I get that, then I will be happy. Let me have it. Let me have it more. It is free. Let me have much more. I think that that will give me happiness. But at the end, I feel dissatisfied. I say, what is this? What did I get? Why did I do all these things? Correct? Now, everyone in the world wants happiness, but not everyone is searching for that happiness at the right place. So, the person who is searching for that happiness within is called spiritual person. Think. Everyone wants happiness because we are not happy. Now, in order to get that happiness, I must understand where is that happiness or what is that happiness. I feel that the happiness in the world, therefore I run behind the world. But after running behind, I understand, oh, there is nothing here. For some time I experienced something, but it was not a long-lasting happiness. Then I search for some other place. I search in some other place. It continues. At some point of time, I just sit down and I say, why am I running? Then I start to think about where is that happiness. If the happiness is not outside, it has to be inside. If it is inside, where is that happiness? What is that happiness? Then you finally come to understand that you are that happiness. You must have seen that dog. Sometimes the dog, on the tail there will be something. And therefore the dog tries to catch the tail. But as the dog's mouth moves forward, the tail also moves forward. And the dog goes round and round. Have you seen or not? And dog doesn't stop. He keeps running. After a long time, when he becomes exhausted, he sits. When he sits, tail automatically comes. Yes or no? Sorry to tell you, we are that dog. Running behind the things, and faster we run, faster the things move away from us. And after all the exhaustion, when we sit, then we realize that the happiness is there itself. Think. This happiness which I am searching is me. I am what I seek. Big problem. Why? Generally, I seek what I am not, what I want. But here, I am seeking what I already am. Now, why am I seeking what I already am? Because I don't know what I am. If I knew what I am, then I would not have searched. You understand why self-knowledge or knowing the self is important? Not because there are two kinds of selves, etc. Don't go there. The point is, I am not happy, but I am happiness. And I don't know I am happiness. Therefore, I need to know myself. Then I will be happiness, not happy. Do you understand? So, in spirituality, in Adhyatma Shastra, the ultimate goal is to know yourself. Means what? To know yourself as that happiness, so that all your search for happiness will end. All your troubles, problems, sorrows will end once and for all. That is the goal, to know yourself as that Ananda Swarupa, as that happiness. Clear so far? Now, this is the goal. Now, what are the means? There is a goal. But what are the means now? Now, that is what we are going to discuss. Suppose I want to know the self as happiness. Okay, that is where I need to reach. What can be the means for it? Please think and tell me. What can be the means to reach that goal? Because unless I know what is the goal and how am I going to reach, I cannot start anything. Suppose you all, how many of you came first time to Ernakulam? Many of you. Now suppose, some of you wanted also, no? You wanted to go to some waterfall. I remember. Now your goal is clear, but you did not go to waterfall. Why? Because means are not clear. The water is there or not, that you will know after reaching there, but the means are not there. You know where to reach, but you don't know how to reach. You don't have required medium, vehicle to take you there. Correct? In the same way, suppose I say my goal is to realize my own self as that Ananda Swarupa Atman. What are the means? Shastra, Guru, Ishvara. Okay, now Guru and enough. Ishvara is not required. Now, what is that sadhana? That's what I am asking. Means in Sanskrit means sadhana. Jnana is the sadhana. Okay. Reducing the I factor, the small I, the ego factor. Okay. Now, please think slowly. One second. Suppose you say, from myself to myself, the journey that is there, I need Shastra which is outside. Guru who is outside, and Ishvara also outside only, right now my experience. Do you think that will work? They point inside. We'll reach there. Why do we need Shastra Guru? We'll reach there. But the point is, from my present understanding of the self to my correct understanding of the self, since both these are not distant, they are same thing. It is not physically I need to go somewhere. I am already the happiness, I just need to know that I am happiness. Question I must ask is, what is stopping me from knowing myself? Ignorance is stopping, okay. Anything else? Fine, ignorance is stopping. Now, ignorance means what? I don't know myself, okay. I write it on the piece of paper and I give it to you. You are Brahman. Brahman of the nature of existence, consciousness, bliss. Is your ignorance gone? Arre. Ignorance means I don't know. Now I am telling you what you are. Okay, repeat after me. I am Satchidananda Swarupa. I am of the nature of existence, consciousness, bliss. Ignorance gone? What is happening? You said I have ignorance. Means I don't know who I am. Now I told you How can you have ignorance when I have told you? You don't know what is Ernakulam. I told you, this is Ernakulam. Now ignorance should go. Ignorance, Mananan is kaha se what? See, these scriptural people who study Shastra, no? They will pull any words and just push you under. Shh. No, but I did not teach it in this way. When I am asking a question of that level only you should answer. Not bring some Brahma Sutra, Adhyasa Bhashya. Ignorance is Adhyasa. What is that? Simple you keep. What? I don't know myself. You said ignorance is the problem. But that ignorance should go by knowledge. And knowledge says, I am Brahman. I am of the nature of existence. Why it is not going? Because there is some problems before ignorance. Careful. Careful. Ignorance is a problem, agreed. But that ignorance, even after knowledge coming, is not going because there are two more problems. Number one, mala, impurity of mind. And number two, vikshepa, distractions of mind. So, because of this, though the mind is gaining the knowledge, I am Brahman, it is not surviving. The knowledge is not surviving. Why? Because it is distracted and it is impure. So, not just I have to remove ignorance, agreed. But in order to remove ignorance, I have to do something before that. You know, in a copper vessel, if you pour milk, what happens? Milk gets spoiled. But milk is solution. Yes, but the vessel is not right. If you get a steel vessel and then pour, then it will survive. It may survive. There will be some other things also that you have to see. So the vessel in which the knowledge is coming, yes, knowledge will remove ignorance and ignorance is a problem. Therefore, when knowledge removes ignorance, problem is solved. Agreed. But will that knowledge survive in the vessel to remove ignorance or not? So ignorance, though is a problem, is backed by two more problems, that is impurity and distractions. So what do I need to do? If these three are the problems, I need to solve each one of them. Number one, I need to remove impurity of the mind. Number two, I need to gain focus so that mind is not distracted. And in that pure focused mind, I need to get knowledge of the self. Do you understand? Are you following? These three in Sanskrit are called Chitta Shuddhi, purity of mind, Chitta Ekagrata, concentration or focus of mind, and Atma Jnana, the self-knowledge. This Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata and Atma Jnana will remove the three obstacles. What are the three obstacles? Mala, impurity, Vikshepa, distractions, and Ajnana, ignorance of the self. Is it clear now? Now, in order to reach the goal that I am that Brahman of the nature of happiness, I said I must take up some path, some means. What must be those means? The means that will give me Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata and Atma Jnana. So, if any action is giving me one of it or more than one of it, then I am spiritual. Me going to temple will become a spiritual activity if it is making my mind pure, if it is creating lesser distractions or making it focused, or it is giving me Atma Jnana. Then only that action will become spiritual. Is this clear? Now, what are the means that are prescribed for gaining these three things? Karma Yoga for Chitta Shuddhi, Bhakti Yoga for Chitta Ekagrata, and Jnana Yoga for Atma Jnana. See, understand? Karma Yoga means what? Performing my duty and offering it to God. In simple terms. Correct? Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. I am doing my duty, offering it to God. By saying what? This is yours, not mine. Because of this, what happens? Your ego will be reduced. Small I will be reduced. And that action, rather, that dedication of action will bring purity in my mind. My mind is getting purified. Why? Because I am performing action not for myself but for God. That dedication unto God will bring purity. Then Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means what? Loving God. When I start loving, then what happens? Distractions are gone. I become absolutely focused on God. See, when we love something, we don't have any other topic in our life. Correct or no? Best example is somebody who has got a child. Oh, then the world may have hundreds and millions of topics. You may be worried about Trump. That mother is not worried about the Trump. That mother may be in US and not worried about Trump. Why? Now there is a topic, and the only topic in her life is child. Why? The love is so much that it captures your entire life. Whatever you do, you are only thinking about the child. In Indian homes, the mother-in-law recognizes that this love will slowly become obsession. Therefore, mother-in-law once in a while tells the daughter-in-law who has just got a child, says, you just go around, you leave the child, you need some fresh air, go and take fresh air. But that mother who goes for fresh air also, in that world, what is she thinking? My child. So she looks at the shop, she thinks, this color will look very good on my child. See, there are hundreds of things to distract, but still I am focused. Why? Love. You see, Bhakti Yoga makes me love God. Then the distractions of the world are not there. Bhakti Yoga gives Chitta Ekagrata. Jnana Yoga, the path of knowledge. Now comes Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, that will create Atma Jnana, which will remove ignorance. You understand? So my life, my spiritual life, what am I supposed to do? Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga. 3 only. The same 3 we can put in 3 simple words. We always call it 3S. Seva, Sadhana, Swadhyaya. Seva means what? Performing your duty and offering it to God. Karma Yoga. Sadhana. Sadhana means what? Spiritual practices. Puja, Japa, Dhyana, Katha Shravana. What is all these things? This is to increase my love for God. Sadhana. Bhakti. And Swadhyaya. Swasyadhyanam. Study of the self. Self-study also it means, but study of the self. You study the scriptures. You see, Shastra now has come. You study the scriptures. Why? They are like mirror. They will tell me what is wrong with me. What is that ignorance? They will point out. Then you can wipe that ignorance. They are like mirror. Clear? Seva, Sadhana, Swadhyaya. When I do this, then that Mala, Vikshepa and Ajnana Avarana. Sometimes that Ajnana is also called Avarana, veiling. Mala, Vikshepa and Avarana. Ajnana Avarana. That will be removed. What will happen by that? I will know myself. Means I will know that I am what I am searching. I am that happiness for which I was searching everywhere. That will end all sorrows, all problems, all troubles of our life. So as a human being that we have all come, our only goal in life is to know that I am that happiness. And therefore, the only means or the only path that I have to do or I have to take is these three: seva, sadhana, swadhyaya. Is this clear? Is this clear? Any action which is not of these three is taking me away from my own self, and therefore cannot be called as spiritual. And any action which will be one of these three will take me to my goal. Suppose I am eating. Can eating be spiritual? How? If I do it with the attitude of seva, that I am doing this action as an offering to God, or if I do it as sadhana, or brahmarpanam brahmavi, I bring knowledge into it and it becomes swadhyaya. Any action, when you look at it from these 3 points, seva, sadhana or swadhyaya, then any action can become spiritual. And if you do not have this lens, then any religious action also is not spiritual. Clear? Clear? So when we say, I want to live a spiritual life, what do you mean? Seva, sadhana and swadhyaya. Not chandan, going to, you can do all that. I am not saying don't go to temple, don't put chandan. No. I am saying outer appearance will not be able to tell whether I am spiritual or not. Clear? Clear? Veji? Question. Some more examples of what? Applying these 3. What is that? What is sadhana?
Spirituality, you say it's not connected with the outward appearance, outward karma. But there are samskaras right from the childhood and behavior, how we should behave, etc.
Yes.
Are you supposed to connect it with the...
No, what I am saying is, any action can become spiritual. If you have that right attitude. Going to temple can be spiritual activity. If you are going there for purity of mind, for focus of mind, then it becomes spiritual. So, question is not whether an action is good or bad. That is always comparative, no? Naturally, going to temple is better than going to some pub or some stupid things. For sure. But even in that, am I getting that spiritual vision or not? Adhyatmika drishti should be there in every single action that we perform. That is more important. Now, giving examples of how to apply this. Suppose some task is given to me. Example, we saw eating. I will take another example. Suppose I am traveling. I have to travel. I don't have that option of not traveling. Right? Now, when I am traveling, how can that become spiritual? Think. But destination will be my home. Or destination will be something, I don't know. Suppose I am going for yatra. I am going to religious places. Tirtha kshetras. Okay. Then I still have something to connect. Which means what? I am going to, let us say, Kedarnath. Now everybody wants to go there anyways. Right? Now, can that going to Kedarnath become spiritual activity? How? If I start to think about Bhagavan right from the moment I leave my home, then it will be spiritual activity. Otherwise, what I will do? On the way, I will listen to Bollywood songs. Okay. While walking up the Kedarnath, I will take pictures and think about social media posts that I want to do of these pictures, and then short reels and slow motion videos, everything I will do. And then for 1 minute, when I am there in front of Bhagavan, spiritual. It doesn't become like that. And if my attitude of remembering God is there before, right from the beginning, even if I don't go to Kedarnath, I will get the same result of Kedarnath. You understand the point? The same action of traveling. What are you doing when you are traveling? What is happening in your mind? Are you taking Bhagavan's name? Are you thinking about, this is what I heard in the class. How is it? I don't need to open the book and read in front of. I just am doing my own things. I may be sitting in a car or a flight or a train. But if my mind is focused on that sadhana or swadhyaya, or I am doing it as seva, I am traveling for the sake of Gurudev's mission, then my travel also becomes offering unto him. Then that action becomes spiritual. Any action, involuntary or purposely taken up, any kind of action can become spiritual when you look at it from the angle of seva or sadhana or swadhyaya. Taking bath is involuntary action in the sense that I have gone through that action so many times that I don't have to think about it. Clear? The moment water starts, you know what is to be done. You don't have to remember, okay, first I have to remove my clothes, then second, you don't have to do that. Why? You have done it so many times. Then what happens? In that we add one more facet in our Indian culture, that the moment first water falls, then we say, Gange che, Mune che, Godavari, Saraswati. Now that has also become involuntary now. You don't even have to remember what is to be chanted, whether pronunciation, whether rhythm, whether nothing. It just starts. Now in that also, even while chanting God's name and chanting the stotra, am I remembering God or not? Otherwise, even chanting of stotra will be non-spiritual. You understand? Otherwise, it will be mechanical. We say all these things, isn't it? That it has become mechanical. Why it has become mechanical? Because there is no God in the thing where is supposed to be God. You are chanting stotra of Bhagavan. Why? To remember Bhagavan. You are chanting but not remembering. Then what is the point? Yes, Vedji, understood. Therefore, I stop chanting. Don't stop chanting. Start remembering. Anyways, it is becoming mechanical. Let it be mechanical, but then you bring the essence into it, no? Why are you stopping anything? That same action, you bring God in it. Yes. So when a distracting thought comes, or when irritating thought comes, you give that also to God, saying that, what have you given me today? Take. I don't like it. Take. The moment you bring that aspect of God, your mind is pure. Why? Because you have shifted your attention from the thought to God. You are no more worried about what kind of thought has come. Disturbing thought, it doesn't matter. So suppose today I am very lazy. I don't want to do anything. So, lie down. But puja I must do. Lie down. Remember God, saying that, see, today you made me lazy. So this is what you are going to get. Even that action can, see, my point is, in that moment also you should remember God. Spirituality is not to show off to other people. And whether you are offering it to God or not, you will know. You will know. So you can't create, what do you call, show of all these things. That I am very spiritual. You can't. In front of yourself you can't. In front of others you can. In front of yourself you can't. So if you are looking at it from the standpoint of sadhana, then you will say, okay, even while sleeping I can remember God, I can chant, I can do japa. If you are looking at it from swadhyaya standpoint, then you will say, shut up. Laziness, tamas. Tamas should be overpowered by rajas. Therefore, get up. Go 2 rounds. And then what? Then I am fresh. Then what? Now sattva. Take book and start reading. What you do depends on which of these three you are going to focus. But these three only you should be focusing upon. Seva, sadhana or swadhyaya. That's the essence.
In daily life, what happens? We switch on and switch off. It is very difficult, even though we understand everything while chanting sake. How we call it, so many thoughts come, then you realize the thoughts, you again come back, again you go.
Correct. So it happens. So come to the question.
To remain focused, it is really a very difficult task.
Agreed. I am agreeing to everything. Point is, find your own ways to remain focused. One of the best ways that Shastra says is satsanga. Why? Because in satsanga, because of you are in such environment, that environment itself will push you to have that focus. Satsanga is not necessarily just company of good people, company of good books, company of good thoughts. So you create a positive satsanga environment around you. Then what will happen? Then focus will become easy. Then that aspect of seva, sadhana, swadhyaya will become easily. If that is not coming, then we will be distracted, then we will do this and that and we will go away. So have that satsanga. Remain with people who are talking about spirituality. If you are remaining with people who are talking about politics, you will become political. Correct? So if you are around people who are spiritual, you will become spiritual. Very simple. So choose what you want to be, and then automatically your circle will be like that. On WhatsApp, you will get all kinds of messages. Which type of messages you want to read? See, satsanga there also. The moment that happens, it will remind me of this seva, sadhana, swadhyaya. I will remain more and more focused. Clear? Whatever we do in our life, we should do it from the lens of seva or sadhana or swadhyaya. Alright? This is spirituality. This is spiritual life. There is nothing more than this. There is nothing more we need to do. Just keep doing this. Just keep doing this. Clear? Quickly recap. 3S. Seva, sadhana, swadhyaya. These three in different terms are karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. These three will remove mala, impurity, vikshepa, distraction, ajnana, ignorance. When these three are removed, mala, vikshepa, ajnana, avarana gone. Means what? Means what? Chitta Shuddhi, etc. is Chitta Shuddhi has come means purity has come. Chitta Ekagrata means focus has come. Atma Jnana means Ajnana Avarana. So Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata and Atma Jnana, when it has removed Mala, Vikshepa and Ajnana Avarana, what will happen? I will realize my own self. What is that? That is the nature of happiness. Then what will happen? The search is over. Why? Then you realize that there was never a search. Why? You realize that I was never in problem. I never had sorrow. I only thought that I am sorrowful. That is the purpose of human life. To reach that realization of the self. Keep your focus on seva, sadhana, swadhyaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.